like life, I always like think about what is life or something like philosophical things. I don't know. It's not that deep. Like, just in my I'm just in my mind and thinking about it. What is life? And I don't really know. I don't even know what life is. Like, it's painful. It is like flowing or suffering or enjoying miraculous, miracle, beautiful things. Whatever it is. Sometimes, like, like, can I be honest? Like, I like, I've watched so many videos, and I myself also talk about like, uh you're the creation of your life. And I know that, and I already know that, and I'm aware. I think I am aware the fact that I am the creator of my reality. I know, I'm aware of that. But sometimes it annoys me because, to be honest, um, because life is lifing, and like things happen in life, and like most of the time I have like this ideal version of myself who is perfect, like doing this, accomplishing this, and making this much money, and living in this condo with this like beautiful partner, and like have beautiful life, like wonderful, like perfect life, right? I think a lot of people have this version of yourself too in your brain, but like most obviously life is not gonna be like that. That's not how it works, I guess. Or maybe it's not supposed to work like that. I don't know what is happening, but you know I know. And especially, like, I am short-tempered actually, so I get like upset or I get angry like easily. So especially when I'm getting like angry at something, like, I get annoyed by life. Like, why life is not working the way I want it to work. And when I'm calm, I know like that is how it's supposed to be. Or maybe there's so many reasons, and everything happens for a reason. So all you gotta do is just trust it and like go with the flow. I know. And that's what I've been doing the whole time. Not the whole time, like this couple years. And but things are not like it seems like things are not working at all. But sometimes when when I'm like calm and chill, and then like look back on my life, or thinking about like life or current situation that I'm in right now, and then I feel that like appreciation, because actually so many like miraculous things are happening in my life if you like look objectively or think about it objectively. But most of the time it doesn't feel like it, and we take everything for granted. That's actually the last thing I want to do, because nothing is temporary. So nothing's gonna last forever. And then that goes for literally everything, like relationship you have, or friendship you have, or stuff you have, or status you have, career you have. I don't know, it could sound like negative, but it's not. It is just, everything is just temporary on this planet, right? Like nothing is eternal. um but that is the beauty of life, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's getting too dark. Maybe I should just turn. much better. So, what I wasn't even talking about, I got frustrated by like, life. But literally, you are the creator of your life. You are the creation of your life. That's what I was thinking about. Talking about. And then, so, I kind of forgot about it. And then, like, because I've been like getting upset, or I don't know why, but I've been getting like not angry, but like frustrated by life sometimes. And think about like, and then when I watch like videos about like videos that is like talking about you are the creation of your life, you are creating your reality. I know, I'm aware of that, but sometimes it annoys me like, you know what I mean. I don't know what I am trying to talk about, but life is all about misinterpretation. Like, literally, I can talk about this all day, or maybe the same thing over and over again. But life is all about misinterpretation. I don't know why, but that, like, message, or, like, that phrase, like, life is all about misinterpretation. It's kind of like, it's stuck in my head, and I can't get it off from my brain, from my mind, out of my mind. So maybe I need to talk about it, or I want to talk about it. I have talked about it a couple of times, but that is not enough, I guess. So yeah, but life is all about misinterpretation. In my case, like, life is not working out. I also thought about this as well, but before, but I think we think that like life is not working out for me. But I think it is actually, life is not working out for me in the way I want it to work for me. Like, there's like, that is the full sentence, So, because we have like this prediction machine, we have like, it is so good at it. It is not prediction or anticipation. Prediction is not like, very like 100% like accurate or anything. Not like that. Not at all. And it is good at like thinking like negative scenarios or anticipate things because it's creative. And then that trick us sometimes, like, in a negative way, or in negative ways, right? In life. So that is also misinterpretation. No, that is not misinterpretation. Maybe it is a misinterpretation. I don't know what is right or wrong. And there's no right or wrong in life. That's what I heard. Apparently. Allegedly. I don't know. So yeah. Life is all about misinterpretation. So, what was I even talking about? So in my case, so life is not working out for me in the way I want it to work. But that is also misinterpretation, right? Because, I also talked about this before, but we have like biological restriction. I don't know if it's the right word for this, but like, when it comes to like vision, we can see like 0.0000, I don't remember the specific number, but 0.0000001% or more percent, like we can perceive 0.0000001% of light, like just 0.00001%. That's it. And you know, our nose, what we can smell is limited, what we can hear is limited. Like, you know, we can't get like 100%, like 100% information from external because of our vessel has only like limited ability. Maybe that is enough for human beings. That's why I don't know how the universe or God works. I don't know. So, but yeah, it is perfect as it is, but like that. So it is limited. But we create or we perceive our reality based on these, like, you know, information we gathered from like 5 senses, and we process these information in our prediction machine, aka our brain, aka prediction machine, and see the reality or live the reality, right? So like what we can access through by like our 5 senses are limited, and our brain, aka prediction machine, can only like refer to like the past experiences, like, you know, in the past, like, you know, what you experienced before. It can like anticipate and like predict things and be creative, but it is not accurate. That's not what I want to talk about, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So our 5 senses are limited, our brain is limited, and also this is what I also read, but our brain is kind of like consumes a lot of calories, so and it thinks, and brain thinks, or brain is still in the savannah or living in savannah or like in the wild. So, you know, and when we are where we used to live, like thousands, hundreds and thousands of years ago, or more than that, at that time there was not enough calories. So, and since the brain, this small organ, or maybe it is big, but consumes a lot of calories, so it had to like save calories, so it is lazy and or, you know, always like low power mode, kind of like that. Like, you know, iPhone, like yellow thing, like lower power mode. I don't know what it is called, but yeah, something like that. So it is always like, yeah. And I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe it is different, right? But I also heard that is like we can use like only 10% of 10%. We only can use 10% of our brain power maximum. So normal people, ordinary people can only use like few percent, like 5-6% of brain power, or it is too much. I don't know the specific number, but yeah, that's what I heard. So like everything is limited, and yet we think that is everything. So that is also misinterpretation. It is not. But we seek for logic. We seek for, especially nowadays, because like, you know, science and technology developed like drastically over like, you know, over these like 100, 400 years, 300. I don't know, but yeah. So what I was talking about. So we can't believe, or we can't believe what we can see, what we can hear, what we can smell, what we can taste, what we can touch, what we can't touch, what we can't hear, what we can't see, what we can't smell, what we can't taste, right? So what? I was gonna say something, but yeah. So, but based these information, these pieces of information we can gather through or by, like, you know, five senses are limited, yet we think that is all, and we freak out, we overthink about stuff, we worry about stuff, and, you know, also like, you know, we are constantly consumed by, or we get consumed by, like, one thing. Like, you know, we assume something to happen, or we assume something before something happens, and oh, this must be the way it happens, or this must be exactly what is gonna happen, and how it's gonna happen, what is gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, and we get consumed by the idea that you made up in your brain, then, and believe that it is 100% accurate, 100% true, and other than that is wrong. Not wrong, or, like, you know, not acceptable. Is it just me? That's how I think, at least. And then feel like, oh, the world is against me, everything is against me, nothing is working out for me, and start to, like, be negative over and over and over again, and get annoyed by, like, watching, like, people talking about, like, you know, you are the creator of your life, you are the creation of your life, even though I always talk about that, but I get annoyed by that, because I get consumed by the idea or the scenario or that I make up in my brain. But that is also a misinterpretation. You know, what we can see, what we can hear, what we can touch, or like, you know, these stuff are limited, but there's actually 99.9999999 something percent of light actually exists, but we can't perceive it, or we can't see it, or, you know, and there's, like, you know, there's some sort of sounds out there exist actually, but we can't hear. And there's some sort of smell exist out there, external, but we can't smell because of our vessel, that because limited, our, like I said before. So, like, you know, nothing is, and when you think about that, like, literally there's no right or wrong, because we can barely perceive or smell or touch or taste or see, like, we barely can see, like, when it comes to, like, vision, like I said, 99.999999999%, there's, like, 99.99999% of light actually, like, flying in the air, or flying, or traveling, but we can't see it. I'm not saying this to, like, be negative, no, but, like, you know, like, there's, like, infinite possibilities. Like, it is just, like, we can't see it, we can't hear it, we can't smell it, we can't taste it, we can't, what did I say? I don't remember, but so it is unseen, unknown, but it is actually something out there. So when you think about it, like, you know, I am really into, like, obviously spiritual things, and, like, you know, I believe every single human being is, like, spiritual, but we have big brain, so sometimes they resist to like believe in, or but I am not here to convince you of anything, so if you're opposed to that, I don't mind at all. It's not my it's none of my business. It's not something to argue with you. Does that make sense? Like, you can believe what you believe, and like you can do whatever you want. No. I am not here to like not critic. Okay, but you know what I mean. So yeah. So the bottom line is life is all about misinterpretation, and we have like biological restriction, and then brain aka prediction machine. The brain aka prediction machine can only like think or process things or think or like predict things based on the information you gathered in the past, and it is limited. So what? Like, I just wanted to tell you that like life is all about misinterpretation, and life is not that serious. Like, seriously, I seriously truly believe that life is not that serious. I was living like, I took my life too seriously, so it got too hard and too negative and too dark. Like, no, never again. I don't want to live like that and never ever again. So, but people go through what you go through for a reason. Does that make sense? It is like everything happens for a reason. So like, even though like, we put like positive things on a pedestal and like demonize or like diminish, or I don't know the right word for this, but kind of like look down, not look down, but not demonize, but kind of like that, like negative things, but you need negative things to embrace and enjoy positivity in your life. Like, it's like a double-sided coin. So, and if you feel that you are unhappy right now, it is misinterpretation, and at the same time, it is just you're at the beginning line of like getting happier, because you went through negativity and you went through a lot, and it is cheesy, or it is just like so basic to say this, but if you hit the bottom, all you got to do is just go up. Like, that's the only direction you can head. Like, if you hit the bottom down, then all you got to do is just go up from there. So you're just the starting line from like, getting happier life, getting better life, like greater life. You can never imagine. You can never imagine. Does that make sense? Like, and life is full of surprises, and it is actually a miraculous thing. Like, this is what I believe, but life is that series of miraculous moments. I know sometimes I say this a lot, but sometimes I don't feel like it. Trust me. Or most of the time, but it is also not also, but it is the series of miraculous moments. So yeah, if you see it like that, that is also true. If you don't, that is also true. So what you believe in is true. So how do you want to perceive your life? How you want to interpret your life? Or everything like that, you can decide. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'm just yapping randomly and rambling, and saying random things. So, but if you enjoyed it, or if you are watching till this moment, thank you so much. I cannot appreciate you enough, and I truly appreciate you and appreciate it. I genuinely hope you have wonderful, mystical, awesome, magical, wonderful, great, awesome, wonderful, I said, miraculous, I said, beautiful, stunning, why is stunning? Wow, okay. But life, or a day, lunchtime, morning, weekends, bedtime, whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, and I love you so much. Talk to you very soon.